day has the same experiences and opportunities that they had. They're just amazing,
Wow.
amazing volunteers.
Yeah. What do you do? You know, the dove season's coming up. What all do you have planned there?
Well, you know, you can't be in Arizona for dove season on September 1st and not try at least to go to Yuma.
Oh, my gosh.
And I think I might, after 10 years, finally make it this year. I've tried every year.
Really?
And you talk about the meetings and the obligations, and I just can't get down there. I send people there, but, you know, they get to have fun. But it's looking like I'm going to make it this year, so I'm
Good.
really excited about that.
Just for your edification, we just went live on YouTube. I don't know what's going on with Facebook today, but
I'll comb my hair.
Up on YouTube. So, yeah, comb your hair. Okay.
So a couple of the events. So if you go to the Arizona Game and Fish website, you can go in the search engine for Outdoor Skills Network. There will be a couple dove events going into the season, obviously. A couple years ago, you know, Doug Burt and John Odell revamped the dove hunting book.
Yes.
It's got some great recipes in there. Dove hunting is literally something that everybody could do in Arizona.
Well,
it's not hard.
You know, Arizona's, the only thing that is even close to mirroring Arizona is Texas. You know, with the dove population, the migratory population, mourning doves, white wings. We've got overabundance of the European collared doves, which aren't part of the take. They're, you know, a target of opportunity year-round without a license, too, I believe.
Yeah, you may recall last year I got the opportunity to go to dove hunting in Argentina, and I was kind of the laugh because I told everybody that Yuma was the dove hunting capital of the world north of Argentina. So we were having some good comedy on that.
Oh, boy.
We've got, you know, I remember years ago, we used to be able to drive just a couple miles down from headquarters and dove hunt in the morning and then, you know, clean them and go to work in the morning. Those were good days. That area is getting developed now, so we can't do that no more.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you're talking about that chip plant?
Woo. Yeah, there's some there's a lot of traffic all of a sudden down the old Carefree Highway.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to the Cottonwood Commission meeting, and I was driving up there. I'm looking at, 12 or 13 hot air balloons trying to crash on the chip plant.
Yeah, I don't know where those guys are going to go.
It's going to be real interesting.
That's supposed to be, I think, the biggest construction project in the nation right now.
It is huge. Yeah, you know, you can tell the size of it by the amount of the derricks and the cranes that they have out there. You know, I've counted, I think the highest count was like 16 of various size cranes out there, and the water usage coming out of Lake Pleasant is going to be staggering. But, you know, the authorities have taken care of all of that. So, anyway, that said, we have to flip into a break here at Fox Sports, 910 AM, iHeartMedia, 99.9 FM HD2. I'm Don McDowell with
Scott Lavin.
Yes, R3 Branch Chief, and he's got a surprise for us when he comes back. And no, I'm not kissing your ring, okay? We'll be right back.
If you love wildlife and enjoy time spent outdoors, then join the AZ Deer Association Projects team. The ADA is enhancing Arizona's wildlife habitat, developing waters, and expanding Arizona's mule deer and white-tailed deer herds. For more information, head to azdeer.org or contact Don McDowell at 623-221-7655 and make a difference for Arizona's wildlife. That's azdeer.org or just call Don McDowell at 623-221-7655.
In today's world, personal and family safety, home and business are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems Shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click rollshuttersystemsusa.com or call 623-869-7057.
Attention Arizona firearms owners. Have you been searching for that one-stop shop for all your firearm and gunsmithing needs? Search no more. Head over to 33rd Parallel Defense, where they do it all. Firearms and optics sales, repairs, slide and barrel milling, custom builds, trigger jobs, optics installs, scope ring lapping, projection leveling and laser zeroing, Cerakote, engraving Paving and Stipling, 33rd Parallel Defense, 10435 North Scottsdale Road, Scottsdale, Arizona, 480-525-8674.
Are you exhausted after a long day on the lake or in the mountains or a hectic work week? Need a boost before your next tournament? Facing the mountain or Monday morning? Living Waters IV Hydration will have you feeling and performing your best. Experienced caring nurses customize an intravenous treatment combining fluids, electrolytes, vitamins, minerals, and amino nurse and veteran owned. Discounts for first-time customers, military, nurses, and first responders. Accepts HSA, FSA funds. While you're at it, why not treat the lady in your life to a rejuvenating beauty package? Feel and look your best with the experienced caring nurses taking excellent care of your hydration needs. Visit livingwatersiv.com. Call or text 480-500-9504.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you're rolling Charmin Ultra Soft on the party, less is more, so roll it back, everybody. Roll it back. Charmin's irresistibly soft and hella nice. The grip is always soft. It's our party vibe. She's crushing everything, so our cheeks feel flat. So what? Every booty wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
You'd do anything to keep your vehicle happy. Let's make sure it stays running smoothly. With eBay Guaranteed Fit, the right parts are just a click away. When you see the green check, you know that part will fit. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This segment brought to you by Boyd's Gun Stocks, makers of the adjustable agility and at-one stock for your favorite long gun. Head to boydsgunstocks.com for more details. Build with Boyd's.
Show us your rack. How big is that elk, whitetail, moose, or mule deer? In the world of big game hunting, there's nothing better than having your rack on the wall and shown around the outdoor world. Head to huntingfishing.com and show us your rack. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
All right, we're back visiting with our good friend Scott Lavin. How long have you been with the department?
You know, it's my 11th year.
Good
Is that
grief.
crazy?
Amazing how time flies.
And I just fell into this. I was a volunteer on a steering committee. We talked about steering committees earlier. And they said, hey, how would you like this job? And I'm like, well, I'm not a biologist or a law enforcement officer. And they're like, hey, yeah, that's why we want you in this job. So,
Yeah, nice. Earlier, I spoke a little bit about the dock count for yesterday. Let me give you a hint what it was on the 11th. 622 bluefin. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, they had 86 yellowtail, 56 dorado, and then, I hate to use the term, but a boatload of other bottom fish along with 6 yellowfins. So really a awesome time to go chase tunas, boy. I mean, this is good. You can book direct at MalahiniSportFishing.com, either a day trip on the Malahini, they're running full days, or the Horizon, that's our new boat this year. It's an 80-footer. It's 25 feet wide, berthing for 40 people. Galley seating for 30, and on top of the 40 berths, they have 8 staterooms. It's a great boat.
that sounds nice.
Yeah, really nice. So let's move along. You just got a Waffle Award. Can you share that information with us?
Well, yeah, they kind of set me up. I had no idea this was coming. So the Western Association of Wildlife Agencies meets in the winter and the summer, and last year I became a chairman of the R3 work group. So basically all
with Waffle?
Yeah, so all the Scott Lavins in the Western United States get together. How's that for a terrifying thought, right?
What could possibly go
right?
wrong?
It's and with me in charge, holy cow. WAF's really been undergoing a renaissance. We have new leadership, and just Director Ty Gray, our director, became vice president this year. So
no
again,
kidding.
What could go wrong,
yeah,
right?
Director Gray's doing such a great job.
So
he's got an interesting staff between he, Finley, and Clay Crowder.
Yeah,
is really kicking it.
Yeah, so
And then
funny.
Ken Comedina.
You mentioned Clay. Clay was my handler that night, so he starts texting
you have
me.
a handler too?
He's like, "Hey, you want to have a drink before the awards ceremony?" And I usually don't even go to these things. And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And Clay doesn't, Clay works at the other end of the building with the scientists, right? He usually doesn't hang out with me.
He's a pretty quiet guy.
No, not so much when you get to know him. So he gets me down there in the lobby, and he's like, "Well, come on, let's sit up front." I hate sitting up front. I never go to. So sure enough, we're all sitting down, and I think it was like the third or fourth award, and they said Contributor of the Year, Scott Lav, and I guess everybody just said I was just like stone faced. I was like, "Holy crap!" And I was afraid to get up. I thought I misheard it, right? And sure enough, and it was for the work on making that committee happen and getting things done with it. We're working on some neat projects this year. It's basically the 20 Western State R3 staffers plus the regional and national nonprofits. So you got the Turkey Federation, Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation there, and then some kind of nonprofit think tanks like Wildlife Management Institute, Recreational Boating and Fishing Foundation. We've got just amazing partners in this industry.
Yeah.
So we had an incredible 2-day workshop in New Mexico for the winter meeting, and we followed up. The summer meeting's usually a 1-day workshop, but we are changing that. So we're on to some things right now. We're doing some really exciting work, so I can't wait to see our next 2-day workshop is next summer's meeting, which is going to be in Washington State, I believe.
Let me digress and go back to the dove hunting. We have some dove plots that could be made available to you. In fact, I was going to talk to Tyson down at the Boca de Nero in Dendoro Valley, west of Painted Rock. We hosted a dove shoot down there last year, and there's a world of doves down there. And in conjunction with Arizona Game and Fish, I don't know how many acres of dove plot he's got planted this year, but a whole bunch that he keeps up year round.
Nice.
To bring the birds in, feed the animals, that kind of a thing, and very wildlife and conservation conscious as a rancher farmer. So that if that has an interest to you, we could develop that.
Let's stay in touch with that, and
it doesn't have to be on opening day. It can be during the season, which is nice because a lot of the places get a lot of hunting pressure, and then the normal, at least what normal for me is I go out and I find my spot. I got favorite spots I go to. If one's not good, the other two will be good. And then we get a dadgum storm coming in here, and it chases all the white ones away, and they go back to Mexico. And so, but I've learned down there the hunting opportunity is just great, and there's a world of javelinas down there, and the department has over-the-counter GMU 39 javelina tags, and it's not unheard of to run into the little buggers.
Yeah, it can be exhausting chasing those things.
It is.
We've done a lot of that down on the border, and man, I tell you what, they're frustrating. But yes, no, we would definitely appreciate looking into that with you.
Okay.
The key is even more important than the quality of hunting experience is the multiple engagements of hunting experiences, because you're dealing with youth and or a family that doesn't have this in their DNA yet, right? So, we talk about recruitment. Then once you get them, you retain them.
Chris Cantrell, you know Chris. He brought his son down, first time out, and the young man is just absolutely hooked on it now.
Nice.
It was it's an interesting experience for the young people. They come down. They're on a working ranch, a working farm. There's cows, there's donkeys, there's deer and javelinas and more doves than you can keep track of. And last year we brought the ADA chuck wagon, if you will, down there. We had a little breakfast, shoot some birds, chill out, get a drink of water, cool off, have a little lunch, shoot some more birds, go take a nap. It was great.
That's a good day, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You never have a bad day doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then back in the day, we had the big deal, and I have to tell you, from a personal standpoint, I really miss it. Because as a young man, we would go to Buckeye, and we had Dizzy Dean and Pee Wee Reese and all the pancakes you could eat on Main Street. It was a big deal. And then you went out and did the bird thing. And
we've been working with Buckeye. We've got a lot of programs down there. Of course, we've got Robbins Butte, and the Region 6 team has just done an amazing job. And that city's, we've heard from current and recent mayors that they want to go after Yuma for that Dove title. So they're interested in growing that activity as a community.
Yeah, that's huge.
And that's where you really see the success. You can't just have one lone property in the middle.
No.
Of a county, there needs to be multiple layers of support. When you're driving down the main street of Yuma in dove season, I mean, every marquee of every restaurant, every hotel, every community park has a dove cook-off, right? I mean, that's you want to talk about some immersion. That is, you can't.
Something for you to work on. You need to talk to Waffle House down there to bring your doves in and have it prepared right there in Waffle House for you. Doves and waffles. Think about that.
I've heard of some restaurants that if you call ahead, you can bring in your waterfowl and stuff. That they're very rare and far and few between. That would be a good opportunity, I think.
Tasty, very tasty.
Now I'm going to be thinking about waffles.
All right. Well, congratulations on your award. Rumor has it you're a man of the cloth, a clergyman. What is up with that?
Well, my stepdaughter's getting married in September, and being the stepfather, I just figured I'd be in the back of the church. But no, apparently she's been.
No, you're in the back of the bus with a checkbook.
She's been, I guess, conspiring with my wife, which is dangerous for the last several years because we knew this was the boy, right? They've been together since high school, and he's a good guy. So, but she's like, yeah, would you like to perform the ceremony? Either that or you and my dad are going to take turns walking me up the aisle halfway. So, they knew I like to play a big room, so they asked if I wanted to do it. So I went out and got ordained. I'm not clergy, but I can pull a wedding out. So we're going to do that in September. That's going to be unique. And you've been talking about all this saltwater fishing, so I'm hoping while we're up in Washington, I'm going to be able to at least cast a line or two for those couple days too.
Oh yeah. Have some nice weather up there. Yeah, my old executive pastor's up there someplace. I think he's in Oregon. Come to think of it.
The wife's whole family's up there. It's beautiful country. It's absolutely amazing, and that's definitely there's no discussion at this point. That's where we're retiring to.
Yeah.
So, rumor has it I get a boat out of that deal. So I'm looking forward to it. So.
That's cool. Well, you're a great addition to Arizona Game and Fish Department. And, I'd like the listeners to understand. We have one of the premier game and fish departments in the nation. And you see it at your WAFA meeting and all the meetings you guys go to. Arizona's kind of a shining star with our policies and all the things. We do a tremendous amount of things right. And this recent thing, I'm so thankful we had the input of the department and the commission working with Senator Sinema on this land grab that Mr. Biden did. We very easily could have lost the North Kaibab. It's not replicated anywhere in the country on the planet that I know of. We've got a very unique gene pool of mule deer up there. And they were able to retain the department's ability to manage game and fish within the confines of what went down. So, I'm really thankful in the level of expertise sitting there. Guys like Luke Thompson and Kis Cantrell, and he had a new young man, and I can't remember his name. That's my fault. Talking about the development branch and all the things that they're doing to make things better. It's just awesome.
The thing that's really been ingrained in me since working with game and fish is everything's a marathon, and these are lifelong. You have to think generationally when you're thinking of conservation initiatives, right?
Absolutely, we do.
And you can't have if you have a bad day, if you and I have a disagreement, we got to be able to collaborate again tomorrow and next week. So it's relationships.
That's kind of what happened. We didn't get a lot of notice. We were working on the monument against it, and there was others in the supposed wildlife community, which they're not, and I'll not spend any time on that today. But you get bad information from good people, and you have time to form an opinion, which is wrong. And I was working under the auspices of one thing, and it turned out to be the other. So I got to send some emails, and clean that up. But yeah, you're right. It's just the things you hear and the things you see and the things you understand aren't necessarily what's going on behind the scenes. The department is doing so many good things behind that we don't know about. We in the industry, in the NGOs, we're not privy to, and as it should be, to all the things that's going on. So, anyway, I just want to thank you as part of the Game and Fish Department. You're doing a hell of a job up there, and we're going to talk to Commissioner Guggenauer, and hopefully he's got some insight on what's going on in Roosevelt Lake. I'm Don McDowell with
Scott Lavin.
This is Fox Sports 910. Check us out on YouTube. I got that up and running without Doug today. Woo!
Really? Thanks for calling Grand Avenue Mini Storage. We are located at 3636 West Grand Avenue. We have units ranging from 4 foot by 4 foot all the way up to a 20 by 20. Yes, sir. I do think the 4 foot by 4 foot will hold all of your IRS crashed hard drives. No, sir. I don't think the 20 by 20 will hold all the people the White House has thrown under the bus, but do have room for that bus. Grand Avenue Mini Storage. Call us at 602-246-0680. 602-246-0680.
Looking to get in shape? Then you need to check out AsMed Weight Control with 2 Valley locations. AsMed Weight Control's cutting-edge programs have been carefully developed and refined over the last 30 years, with medical technology growing daily, and they strive to stay on the leading edge of the medical weight loss industry. Our programs use the best formulas for weight loss success strategy, with a use of appetite suppressants, vitamin supplements, B12 injections, and revolutionary lipotropic injections. AsMed Weight Control systems help you gain control of your weight loss battles by giving you the extra willpower by boosting your energy to get the most out of your busy lifestyle. And guys, they are the leader in testosterone therapy. Incredible results in Phoenix at 1241 East Northern Avenue and in Avondale, 2935 North Dysart Road. If you're looking to become a happier, healthier you, then start today by going to AsMedWeightControl.com. Again, here's that website because you don't want to miss this. AsMedWeightControl.com.
The premier monthly print and online publication in the Southwest is celebrating their 10th year anniversary. Award-winning Arizona Boating and Water Sport and its sister publication, the Western Outdoor Times, cover current topics ranging from boating, camping, shooting, and water sports, fishing, wildlife, conservation, RVing, outdoor safety, and a complete schedule of community events. Arizona Boating and Water Sports and the Western Outdoor Times are free print publications available at over 500 locations and online. Sign up for yours at azbw